Ladies and gentlemen, I'm with my buddy Tom. I hate calling you Tommy.
You there? Anything?
but but hey, Tommy, it's great to see you. Since I've now reinculcated my mind toward that after so many years, and no bourbon this time, unfortunately.
No, 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 no.
Sadly, or as Dennis Rodman would call them, the three wise men: Jim
Yeah.
Beam, Jack Daniels, and whoever that third one would be.
Just,
But
I don't know. Who did Johnny Walker probably?
Johnny
Right?
Walker, that's it. The three wise men. Yeah, none of those. Although we have to consult them when they're back in the Bay Area. But that's
Right.
another story for another time. The Masters. First, tell my viewers about your long time experience in covering the Masters. First of all.
Actually, that's true, Zanny. This is unbelievably my 20th Masters. And I'm working for Masters.com, which is the official website of the Masters, and they've really amped up their coverage, and they do streaming video. And I'm actually a content guy. I'm writing stories for the website. It's a lot of fun, pretty challenging, but it's a great. I mean, if you're going to, there's a lot of people who know golf, a lot of people who don't. But if you don't know anything about golf, you do know something about the Masters because it's the biggest tournament in golf.
Yeah, it's American culture, right? I mean, you're at the forefront.
It really is.
You have your fingertips on American culture.
There's no commercialism around here. You don't walk out and there's billboards promoting something. Everything here is green. That's the way they like it. It's just a real experience. And there's so much history, so much tradition. There's 4 major golf tournaments, and 3 of them rotate where they're being played. The Masters is always played on this course, Augusta National Golf Club, which was built by Bobby Jones, probably the most famous name in golf. So it's a lot of history, tradition. The club members walk around in green jackets, even though it could be 85 degrees out there, and they're dripping. But that's what they do.
Tell us how the leaderboard looks right now. Your perspective.
Dustin Johnson is ahead right now. Big, tall player, and he hits the ball a mile. Not literally a mile, but he really clobbers it. So he's ahead right now, and Tiger hasn't got on the course yet. His round hasn't started, but he's going to in about 2 minutes. Tiger at this point is 4 shots back, which is okay. It's not a big deal. A lot of people expect him not just to win, but win by a lot. He didn't putt very well yesterday in the first round. Still shot 2 under, but he's going to be very well watched for the weekend because people think he's going to win.
Now, I consider you a Tiger Woods expert, so I've got to, because we have a couple of videos on Zenny62.com where you've talked about Tiger. What do you think about his cursing the other day on the course?
Yeah, they caught an F-bomb, I think. Not surprised. My opinion on that is that he is the most scrutinized golfer on the planet. And I'm sure that if he went back in history and followed Jack Nicklaus or Arnold Palmer, they probably dropped some F-bombs too, but they didn't have cameras and mics on him like Tiger does. I mean, he's virtually under scrutiny as soon as he gets to the course. So I think the rules are a little bit different for him, and I can forgive that. It's kind of, I understand people don't like dropping the F-bomb. They don't like hearing it, but it's reality. And if you ever go to an NBA game, they're not exactly babies out there either. You might hear it.
Right. But, given his history over the past 4 years, does this signal his dropping of the F-bomb, does this signal that Tiger is back to being the old Tiger, but in a modified sense? And maybe that's a good thing? What do you think?
I think what it signals is that he's playing well again. I mean, he's the only 3-time winner on the PGA Tour this year. He's favored here. He's back at number 1 in the world. And if you look at his stats, his stats as a professional are unbelievable. He's won of all the tournaments that he's entered. He's won about 27% of the tournaments that he's entered.
Wow,
and that is unbelievable. That's
almost
just mind bending. The people don't do that. So, and he's leading the PGA Tour in scoring average, money, and victories. So I would say he's playing pretty good right now. I think one thing that needs to be pointed out. I think he's changed his attitude about he hasn't won a major in almost 5 years, and instead of putting so much pressure on himself, I think he's decided just to go out and play and let the results speak for themselves. And I think that might really actually help him. Just go out and play.
From your standpoint, covering this for 2 decades, what's the storyline that you're focused on? What do you want viewers to come away with when they see you talking about this right now?
I think the important thing is to have some perspective about what's going on here, about the tournament, about what's happened here before, who the champions are, how certain people play certain holds because they've seen these holds on television for so long. Jack Nicklaus is still around here. Arnold Palmer's still around here. Gary Player. They're not playing in the tournament, but they think so much of this tournament that they still show up. So I think just getting a perspective is probably the most important task, and also saying who's winning.
What is it like to be there? Because I think me being me and being a lover of American culture, I probably cry the first time. What is it like to just be able to be among the few that are there? What are you there? Can you hear me?
Well, I don't think it's anything like it. I can.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you see me? Are we doing good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're fine. Yeah.
There's nothing like it in golf because it's so unique. This is like I say, this place has such history since it was created by Bobby Jones. And once you step under the grass here at Augusta National, it's just something different. It's very unusual. They really take care of this golf course. They don't gouge you on prices. If you're a fan, you can get a sandwich for $1.50, and you can get a candy bar for 50 cents. And even the merchandise, and believe me, everyone here's got a Masters cap. Everyone out there, it's not expensive, and it's just a really good, classy experience.
And shifting back to the performance on the green, what do you expect to happen? Who are you looking for to do well? I mean, if you had to pick the top 3 by Sunday, what's going to happen using from your crystal ball's perspective? Yeah.
Well, I expect Tiger to be in the hunt for sure. But before the tournament, I picked two players. They're both playing well. Justin Rose from England.
Yeah.
And who's the other one I picked? Ricky Fowler.
Ricky, yeah.
American, is about 23 years old. So I think those guys are going to do well. What's happened so far is that it rained a little bit, and the greens are slower than the players have expected. So it's going to take them a little while to catch up to exactly what's happening because Augusta's defense is the greens. They're supposed to be really fast, and the players are prepared for that. And when they don't run out, when they don't roll as much as they expected to, it bothers them a little bit. These guys are perfectionists.
Now, I don't want to get you in any trouble, but I got to ask this because my viewers will kill me. You know what the question is?
Sure, I do.
Did you see her?
You bet.
Lindsey Vonn?
Yeah.
How are
She's
people
looking good.
How are people reacting to her presence, and how is she conducting herself?
I think it's unusual that she was walking with Tiger. She's got a brace on, and she with a big floppy hat yesterday. I haven't seen her today, but she was out there walking with Tiger, and she was. I think people were not really wanting to approach her. It wasn't like, "Come talk to me," but she's smiling, and it's obviously they're out. Their relationship is out, and I think it's helping him because he seems much more relaxed than normal.
Yeah, but I understand that she's
certainly trying to hide. She's out there.
Are there any interesting little things that go on in terms of like the galleries? Are there old timers that have been there like for every year, that sort of thing you see?
You do, and they don't call one of the quaint things that they do. They don't call the tickets; they call them badges, and they are handed down from generation to generation. And it's because they're so valuable. It's the toughest ticket in sports. virtually, as you know, get into any sporting event. I mean, it's not hard to get a ticket.
Yeah.
This is really hard to get into. They do have some rules here. You're not allowed to run. Can't run. No running on the course. They'll stop you doing that. And they don't have any folding chairs. You have to bring your own master's folding chairs, and you can put them, station them out of the hole that you want to sit. Put your little name on the back, and they leave you alone. No one's going to move your chair or, take your position. So there's a certain etiquette.
So you can come there, you can buy a chair on site. What does it cost to buy one of those chairs?
About $20.
Oh, that's $20.
Not expensive.
No, and you can just sit it down.
Yeah, you just sit it down, your position, and if you walk enough out here, because it's pretty hilly, you need to sit down at some point.
Yeah. Can you bring like lunch or something like that, or they say no food or anything, or how does that work? You go to the restaurant or buy it, or I would imagine you can't carry it on the green, right?
You got to buy the food that they have here.
Okay, cool. Man, that gives us an excellent picture of what it's like, because that means no food, no bourbon. Just kidding. But it was like...
No.
Anything else our viewers should know before we close up for this round?
I just think it's a lot of fun, and people hopefully will check it out on CBS this weekend, because it's a lot of fun. And it's one of golf's magic moments. It's the beginning of spring, and it's a beautiful place, and the golfers really rise to the occasion. So something to check out. It's not as good as your show, but it's pretty good.
Oh, no, actually, my show's better because you're in it. So, Tommy, seriously. So, Tommy, I want to say thanks. I'm not going to hang up yet, but we're going to cut the video off here.
Okay.
All right. Hey, thanks a
Good
lot.
talking to you.
Okay, cool.